Hello beauties, this is Kyla from College Sisters TV, and today I'm going to show you how you can take out your twist without causing too much frizz, and also how to like get a fullness in your twist out look. I feel like one thing that I struggled with a lot when I first went natural was separating, because it was like, okay, like these twists, these braids look really nice after the initial takedown, and as soon as I start unraveling them, it just is a hot mess now and I don't know what to do. So if you're in that boat like I was, then continue to watch this video, and I hope that some of the tips that I give you are actually useful, and if they are, please of course let me know down below. But let's get started. So I have these twists in. I use my main choice pink lemonade and coconut curl sherbet. That's become a staple of mine, and I just want to show you guys how to take down your twist without too much frizz. So as you can see, my twists are like nice and shiny. Proud of that. So I coated my hands with some coconut oil, but I'm just gonna put some more on them and just rub them through my fingers. And so what I'll do first is just separate. And one thing that you want to make sure is that when you're twisting your hair, when you twisted your hair the night before, that you did two separate sections to twist, but that you didn't borrow any hair. And you really want to make sure that you don't borrow any hair, because as you can see, this just helps the twist to come out easier, and there's no frizz right now. So I just take them apart as such, just like that. You really want to make sure that you're taking your time on this step, because this is like your foundation for your twist out. So if you mess up on this part, it's just gonna go downhill from there. There's no coming back. So after I do that, I just like to run my fingers through my hair to just, not through the curls, but just making sure that I got all the twists, because there's always like one or two that are left behind that I don't see. Okay, so some people leave their twist like this and just go out the house and rock it just like this and be all cool and everything. Me, I'm different. I have to, I like to fluff, I like volume, and so if you don't care about volume, you can just leave your twist alone. Just don't touch them no more, just go. But if you're like me and you like volume, then this is the part where you're going to start separating. And this is the part I feel like that gets a lot of people. And this is the part that always gets me, because as you can see, like the twists are so defined right now, but there's no way for you to keep this perfect definition with, like, there's no way for you to keep this perfect definition by not touching your hair. Am I saying that right? The only way that you're going to be able to keep this perfect definition is if you don't touch your hair, if you don't separate. When you separate your hair, y'all, you're going to cause a little bit of frizz. It's not going to be the same perfect uniform curl. It's not. And I don't know, some people might be able to, but it's going to cause a little bit of frizz. So if you're like me, you don't care about frizz, and keep watching. But if you do, then stop right here, okay? So what I do is I'll take a twist and I'll look for the section where it might naturally split. Like this twist, I feel like that's fine. This one right here, like y'all see that split right there? We're just gonna go in and separate, just like that. So it'll help if you stretch your hair a little bit while you do this part. So you see like that split right there? Just gonna go in and separate. And I'm just gonna do this throughout my entire head. But it's important that you take your time and that you don't force a separation of the twist, because you're just going to cause more frizz. But I just want to show you guys, like, this is it separated and this is it still in its original curls. And so, like, as you can see, like, there's still a curl pattern over here, but it's just not as precise and defined as the ones over here. So you really just have to decide what you like. But I'm just going to go throughout the rest of my hair and continue to separate. One tip is that if you separate in sections, you can use like banana clips or every type of clips that you have to just push those curls out the way so that you can focus on the rest of your hair. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through and separate. This is what I'm left with after separating. So I used to have a pick. I go through picks so fast that it's ridiculous. It's actually rather annoying because I feel like part of it is my sister's using my picks. So I don't have no picks right now, but I do have a wide tooth comb. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my roots and just slightly lift up the hair just to give it a bit more volume. I know that right now y'all probably like, how much more volume can you want, because it looks pretty good, but I want it to be as big and as stretched as it can be. So we're gonna go in and do that. So I'll just grab my wide tooth comb and gently tussle with the roots. You do not want to go through your hair, like just go through it completely, because then you're not gonna have any curls. And I know that for some of us it's common sense, but for other of us, like in the beginning of my natural hair journey, I feel like I did not necessarily comprehend that as well as I should have. So you're just gonna go through and just pick out your roots. Oh, and one thing I want to add too is, especially in the back, like I don't know if you guys have this, but sometimes like I'll have a straight part down the middle and not even realize it. So I especially want to make sure that I'm getting rid of any and all parts that might be towards the back of my hair. Okay, so y'all, I went and I did a little bit more picking, but I didn't really have to do that much. And also I went and separated the parts that I was telling you guys about in the back of my hair. So I'll turn around to the back so you can see. It looks nice and full, I think. But if it doesn't, excuse me, sorry about that. I'm probably gonna go fix it, but I feel like it looks nice. I'm really happy and pleased. Just quickly to tell you guys what products I used to achieve this look is I did this twist out on stretch hair, and I used the pink lemonade and coconut curl sherbet. I have a review on it on our channel actually, so if you want to see that, I'll put the link above or I'll put it below, so make sure you check out that review. That product is amazing. I talked about it in the review, but I just have to give it another shout out. Y'all see how defined my curls are, and my hair is so moisturized. Okay, but that's not what we're talking about in this video. But so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I want to start doing like more natural hair one-on-one type of videos. So if you guys want to see that, then please like this video, because I feel like some things are given, we feel like, as naturals, but then some things we also struggle with. Like it took me 3 years probably to learn how to do like a good twist out and to learn how to do like a good braid out. Like those types of things take time. So if you guys want to see like more natural hair one-on-one type of videos where like we actually talk about what we're doing with our natural hair and not just doing it, then be sure to tell us that or like this video so that we know. But I hope that this video was helpful and informative. If it was, as always, make sure that you're subscribed to our channel and make sure that you like this video. So I'll see y'all in the next one, and I hope that you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.